Hi, this is Dr. Westphal, and this is my quick HyFlex setup. One of the things that I want you to be able to see while I'm doing this is what I see. Of course, that's impossible with normal cameras because they're pointed out looking at me or looking around the room right now, but I'm going to be that guy who also takes pictures with an iPad. So what do I see right now? Well, I will put that picture up on the screen. It's a piece of software called Open Broadcasting Software, or OBS, and it's what enables me to have different scenes for my HyFlex broadcast. You already saw the title screen, which tells you what you're about to watch, and then there's me, and then there's good old PowerPoint so that I can show what is on the screen to my right. This is just taking in the PowerPoint feed that's going out to the projector, and then there is the classroom feed. And if you're curious about what this is being fed from, well, this is being fed from my iPhone 16 Pro, just sitting on a MagSafe stand. I'll take another picture of that so you can see the whole setup right there. This whole setup takes about 5 minutes or so to get up and running. And I'm controlling the scene changes from this little remote that costs about $20 called an 8-bit Do gaming controller. You can map it to whatever you need it to do. So it knows when I hit the button for PowerPoint that I want it to show my PowerPoint show. And if I go over to PowerPoint, I can change slides just like I normally would. And I can have my presenter view. I'll even take a picture of that right now so you can see the presenter view on that particular screen. Now, one of the things that you do have to be ready for with this sort of a setup is when things go wrong. I jokingly have done this now. I think this is my 4th time running through this. And one of the things I've pointed out is that you need to have the ability to show people that you're working on technical issues when things are going wrong. But generally, this is a setup that once you have got it up and running, you've got a pretty good idea of what you're doing with it. It's not that difficult, and it's something that I believe everyone could probably learn pretty easily. The last component that we haven't seen is the audience view, and particularly something about audio. So right now you're hearing my audio through a Boya lav mic, and the computer or the iPhone is trying to follow me through continuity cameras, so that's why I'm somewhat in frame. But if students were in the room right now, they wouldn't be picked up through my lav mic. They would need to have a condenser mic. And I have a condenser mic up there that I can turn on and off. So first I have to turn off my lav mic, because if I have the condenser mic on at the same time as the lav mic, you get this really strange audio issue of kind of booming Dr. Westphal. But you'll notice in a moment that my audio is going to change quite a bit when I activate that condenser. So now you're getting a lot more ambient noise out of the room. But what's important is that if I'm a student, and say I'm sitting right here, I'm just talking at a normal volume, talking just loud enough so that the professor could hear me and my friends next to me can hear me, you can still pick that up. You can still hear what's going on. So that makes this a nice setup for a HyFlex classroom, that everyone can hear what's being said, even if our students are not always the loudest. That being said, that's more or less this setup. We've got lecture capture for the PowerPoint, we've got video, we've got the audience, we've got everything we need. I'll come back around to the front and tell you that I'm happy to share any and all of this technology with anyone who wants to know more about it. Have a great day.